Hello, this is This I This, and before I get into my little short review on Pacific Rim, as you all know, a lot of YouTubers and people out there are making videos about George Zimmerman being set free for after shooting and killing Trayvon Martin, and all I can say is I pretty much agree with the majority of these videos. George unfortunately got away with murder, and it disgusts me. Literally, he just disgusts me on that. It was blunt murder, and he was given a not guilty sentence, and it kind of does tick me off. But then again, I remembered that this is the state of Florida, who is quite known for executing children and letting child molesters go to the point that Family Guy parodied them, and where they pretty much have whole streets named after child molesters and child murderers. And, you know, the state of Florida basically hates children and other ethnic groups. And it's just it's sickening. Okay, with that bit of bad news out of the way, fuck you, state of Florida. I'm going to give out my review on Pacific Rim because, well, occasionally I do this, and I was going to do a review on Man of Steel, and unfortunately, sat back on that one a little too long. But I'll give out the short review on Man of Steel. It's a fairly decent movie, and I would probably just give it somewhere between like a 4.8. In ratings of 1 to 10, I'd give it a 4.8. It's not a bad movie. It's not a great movie. Yeah. And now Pacific Rim. Pacific Rim is an interesting movie. Interesting meaning its title is utter shit. It's an extremely bad title for the movie. For the life of me, I can't understand why they called this movie Pacific Rim. But I will say this: it's a good movie. It really is a good movie, and despite whatever I rate this, it's a must see for anybody, for fans of anime and non-fans. The only people that I don't think are going to give a shit are extremely old people, but as far as I'm concerned, this movie was lacking in a couple areas, but it was still a great fun movie to watch. And this is how I want fun movies to be. Unlike, the Transformers series being done by fucking Michael Bay. Uh, yes, I liked the first Transformers. Then the second one came out and it was utter shit. And then, the third one came out a little better than the second one, but still not that good. And I finally got to see a really good robot fighting movie with Pacific Rim. How the fuck did that happen? And yeah, the story wasn't always there, and there was plot holes, but I had fun because I got to give Del Tintoro, I know I said his name wrong, props here. He really put together a great film. Yeah, there's a bunch of cliches in there, and I mean a lot of cliches, as well as little nods to anime if you look for them, as well as sort of a nod to a video game, Portal 1 and 2, because, GLaDOS is in that movie as the voice of the machines. But the movie is just, it's really a good film, and as well as certain little tears in here that's known with tutorials kind of movie. And yeah, I know I'm saying his name wrong, and I'm going to get it in the comments. Whatever. I enjoyed the movie, but that this guy directed a couple of other more bizarre films, as well as certain, the Hellboy 1 and 2. I didn't like Hellboy 2 as much, but Hellboy 1 was just good. That's all I could say. It was just good. I guess it's just Del Toro knows how to put cinematography together and just really make a really fun and good movie when it comes to it. Blade 2 was not his best movie, but still, it was a fun movie by my honest circumstances. Just wish I never saw Blade 3, and I'm glad he didn't direct that garbage fest. But Del Toro really, really knows his cinematography. He knows his directing, and he knows how to make a movie for a certain type of script, even if it has little to no story, like what was in Pacific Rim, and just make it work regardless. But there was that one actor, Iris Elba or whatever. He was playing the commander or the guy who was commanding everybody there. He played that role down to a T, and oh yeah, he was great in that movie. He was especially great. Rule 1, don't touch me. Rule 2, don't touch me. You had to see the movie, but oh my fucking god, it was just fucking incredible. Oh, Delta Toro, you know how to really put together a good film, even if it has no story. The only thing that really that almost brought me down, actually, was the trailers. I mean, not the Ender's Game trailer, even though the writer of that book has kind of come off as a massive bigot. Uh, I'm not joking. But then I saw the Wolverine movie trailer. Yeah, it's a shit fest. The trailer didn't interest me, and they're following the X-Men 3 movie, which I mean, are Last Stand. I would follow X-Men Last Stand. Basically, if I had the X-Men franchise, I would reboot the fucking thing. But no, they want to continue on with it. All the X-Men are fucking dead, or at least the important ones who actually matter. But yet they're going, oh, we can still continue on the franchises. I mean, the leader's dead and the school's gone, and the whole name of X-Men is pretty much in the shitter. But we can continue on with the X-Men franchise. Yeah, it's like continuing on the Pacific Rim franchise without the fucking giant robots and just everybody all drinking beers and talking about what they have done with the damn things when they were around. It's fucking shitty. Please, Fox, just give the entire fucking X-Men franchise and just give it to Disney. Let them take it. They got the Marvel franchise. Just give them the fucking movie rights. Stop making these movies and fighting with Disney about how you want to keep a goddamn dead franchise that is just not going to be worth shit in the future. You're just killing a franchise and raping people's childhoods in front of them. For what? Just so you can keep a fucking franchise to yourself? A miserable, dead franchise? It's a fucking joke. But I had to say it, hands down. Pacific Rim is definitely a sleeper hit, kind of. Sleeper hit, not meaning that the movie's boring or anything. It's just that every once in a while we get these movies that we think are going to bomb or just not going to be that good or worth watching. And then we watch it and holy shit, it was good. Matrix was one of these movies, even though Matrix 2 and 3 were utter garbage. But yeah, I'm going to put Pacific Rim into that category. A movie that even I myself thought was going to be a disaster to go watch. But then I watched it, and it was fun. And yeah, the story was lacking, but I didn't care. It was just a fun ride, and with the nostalgia on anime and all that other shit, it made it even more funner. And it yeah, watch the film. If you're an anime film, you're gonna really enjoy the film. If you're not, chances are you will enjoy it anyways because it's just fun. Thank you.